Apollo MilkSystem. Take the next step in automation. The Apollo MilkSystem from Gia Farm Technologies is a milking unit like no other. It incorporates revolutionary and patented technology to facilitate a superior milk harvesting process that automatically applies post-dip within the milking unit just prior to removal, followed by an automated backflush. Apollo is the next step in further automating the conventional milking process. With the Apollo MilkSystem, cows will experience the most comfortable, gentle milking. Teats will be optimally dipped within the milking unit just prior to unit removal. And all milking units will be backflushed with a sanitizing solution after each use. The results provide dairy producers better milk quality, reduced labor requirements, increased parlor throughput, and improved overall profitability. Just think of the efficiency your dairy will gain. Operators simply attach the milking unit, and the rest of the milking process is completely automated, from detach to post-dipping to unit backflush. The Apollo MilkSystem is integrated into the IQ milking unit, a unique 4-chambered milking unit that features an automatic vacuum shifting system. The unit only activates complete vacuum for each individual quarter as the liner is attached to the teat. Watch this animation closely to see exactly what is happening inside the unit during attachment. The constant vacuum levels mean fewer slips and squawks. And if the unit is kicked off, there is virtually no chance of drawing in soil or bedding debris that can cause bacteria counts to rise. Also, while traditional milking units collect milk in the unit bowl, the IQ is subdivided into 4 separate guide chambers that channel the milk toward the outlet. This means milk is transferred quickly from the unit, even at the highest of flow rates.
One thing you get with this Apollo system is the IQ claw, and that's just an awesome claw. It really does a nice job milking the cows out, and you know the vacuum doesn't suck until you start applying the cups to the teats, and we've been really impressed with them.
The Apollo unit is easy for operators to handle, and it conforms to many different udder shapes and sizes for optimal unit alignment and a fast, even milk-out. But what sets Apollo apart from other milking machines is the revolutionary technology it uses to post-dip teats within the milking unit just prior to removal. After milking, the milk line is blocked with our patent-pending block, bleed, block safety valve. The valve keeps milk and dip separated to guarantee the purity of the milk supply, and it must be fully engaged before dip is dispensed. The block, bleed, block shutoff design provides redundant safety that producers can rely on. In order to apply teat dip, the dip injector is pressurized, forcing dip through the dip valve. The teat dip is divided between the 4 liners by a specially designed manifold that ensures equal amounts of dip are delivered to each teat. Once the dip injector is completely empty, air is allowed to flow through the air chase line. This air pushes any remaining dip from the dip valve onto the teats. No teat dip is wasted. Dip is injected into the top of the liner, and the patented geometry of the liner dome equally distributes dip around the teat for complete coverage. In fact, the unique teat dip application by Apollo even leaves a small droplet of dip directly on the teat end, providing the ultimate protection to the open teat canal. What's more, dip is applied while the teat is still extended by the milking vacuum in the teat cup liner. This means that dip can thoroughly penetrate into all of the folds and wrinkles of the teat and cover the entire surface before it is exposed to the external environment. Dairy producers can now be sure all teats on all cows leave the parlor fully protected against mastitis-causing bacteria when they need it the most. After the Apollo unit is detached, it will be automatically backflushed, neutralizing any remaining bacteria in the teat cup liners before they are used on the next cow. After an initial rinse cycle to flush out any milk solids and remaining teat dip residues, a small amount of backflush solution is pushed into the unit, followed by an additional rinse of clean water. After flushing, the backflush and dip valves are returned to the milking position. A short rinse is done on the internal parts of the valve to keep it clean and operating trouble-free. Backflushing is becoming more important as dairies consolidate, exposing existing herd mates to new pathogens. Flushing a milking unit between uses with a sanitizing agent removes over 95% of the mastitis-causing bacteria that can be inside an infected liner. It not only helps to reduce clinical cases of mastitis, but it also helps to keep somatic cell counts down and subclinical mastitis at bay. There is no question, Apollo puts milk quality first, from the moment of attachment all the way through unit removal.
Our somatic cell has dropped a solid 50,000, maybe even more. You know, we used to have spikes up towards the upper 300s, close to 400,000 somatic cell, and now we're down in the low 200s consistently. And them spikes, we don't have any anymore. Our goal is to get down like in the 100 to 200,000 range on the somatic cell. And I think with this Apollo system, that link in the chain is there.
The somatic cell count hasn't dropped as of yet, but what I'm noticing, like we had DHI on Friday, that was the first time DHI after the Apollo was installed, and we had a 30% reduction of new cases of mastitis, and I think that's huge after 6 weeks having the system in. So that's positive.
Dairy producers can customize many features of the Apollo milk system to meet the needs of their individual herd. Dip and backflush settings are fully adjustable, and a variety of teat dip and sanitizing solution options are available to run through the Apollo system. Herd and parlor managers are glad to say goodbye to dirty dip cups that can become contaminated over time. Inconsistent and oftentimes wasteful spray systems are now a problem of the past, and human dipping errors are eliminated with the automation capabilities of the Apollo milk system. With Apollo, you can rest easy knowing that all cows are protected milking to milking with proper dip coverage, whether there is a new operator on duty or it's the third shift.
We get a way better coverage on the tit of dipping after we install the system. You can now it's with spraying it, you got the tit ends covered and you got one side of the tit covered, but you don't get to the front. So that's a big bonus.
Customers who have already installed the Apollo milk system are also enjoying the benefits of reducing parlor labor without sacrificing their milking performance or decreasing milk quality levels. When post-dipping is automated, dairies can reduce the number of operators required in the parlor pit or reassign them to other tasks.
First week we kept everything the same, and then after a week when everything was running how I was expecting it to run, we took the guy out that was dipping. He's coming a little bit later in the morning now, and so the guy that's taking care of the hospital pile, because we have everything laid out close together, he can focus on the couple cows that didn't get milked properly, and he can do his work, so you don't need that extra person there constantly. So we're definitely saving on labor.
Automated post-dipping also allows the operators that are in the parlor to spend more time focused on proper cow prep.
The Apollo system has allowed our milkers, I think they spend more time prepping the cows. They're not as rushed to run over to the other side and get the cows dipped to get them released. And they're more focused on what they're doing And in my opinion, that prep time, spending more time there is the most important part of milking anyway. And so they're doing a better job there. I personally take care of our mastitis cows in our special needs barn, and it's drastically reduced my time dealing with mastitis cows because it cut our mastitis about in half.
While post-dipping is vital to mastitis control, it slows parlor throughput. With the Apollo Milk System, dairy producers can streamline the milking process and get more cows milked per hour.
When we installed the Apollo milking system, we were roughly right around 650 milking. And we've gained probably 50 cows. We're up to about 700 now. And we're getting our milking routine done in the same amount of time.
Today's commercial dairy operations need to produce a higher quality product with less labor. The answer is automation.
When I can drop my semantic cell count down below 250,000, what I think with the Apollo system is durable, we should be capable to get there. Then you qualify for your quality milk bonus. So then things will start changing, and when you get less infections, you get more milk out of your cows.
Our bottom line is definitely much better. We're spending a lot less money on drugs. Our vet costs went down. Our milk quality went up. We're getting a lot better premiums because our somatic cell dropped considerably. We have less treated cows in the special needs parlor. So all of them cows are now in our milking string, and that milk is going into our tank instead of getting dumped. So in a year's time, if you cut that number in half, that's a lot more milk going into our tanker instead of down the drain. We're culling cows a lot more voluntarily. It used to be easy to pick out a cow that was the highest somatic cell cow or one that's had mastitis problems, and them are getting fewer and fewer. So now we're looking more for a cow that's got foot problems, cow with metabolic issues that isn't milking very good, and them are our top culling reasons over the somatic cell or mastitis cows.
The Apollo Milk System from GIA Farm Technologies provides automated solutions that immediately put more cows through your parlor with less labor, while maintaining or improving your milk quality goals. The result? More profits are put back in your pocket. Take the next step in automation with the Apollo Milk System from GIA Farm Technologies.